What is good, y'all? SGG gang, it's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Tigers rebuild here on MLB The Show 23. If you guys are enjoying the series, man, make sure you guys leave a like, comment down below any feedback that you guys have. I love interacting with you guys and talking with you guys down below. You guys are really enjoying the series. The view counts are up, likes are up, comments are even up, and the subscribers are going way up. So make sure you guys keep showing that love and support for your boy. Keep sharing it out to where other people can see it. And I love and appreciate every single one of y'all for all the support that you guys give on the series and the videos. As we're getting closer to the end of the year, I thought we'd go ahead and take a trip down to minor league playoff baseball this time around. Both the AA and AAA affiliates have made the postseason, so we'll be at least taking a look at how their postseasons go before we go ahead and get to the end of the year and see where our Tigers finish off. We'll be starting here with a AAA full game, as Jackson Jobe will be on the mound for us. A future prospect that most likely next year will be at the show is definitely getting a spring training invite, and we'll see what he's able to produce up at the major league level. Has one. Yeah, because he probably wouldn't. If there was a finals after this, he wouldn't pitch it. So one final minor league start where I need him to be great. And you can see they're not going to show like his season stats for whatever reason, but you can see his height, weight measurables, his age. He's only 21 years old too, so for him to be coming up, he's going to have a long career up at the major league level, and I hope it is as successful as Casey Mize's transition has been up to that level. You saw he's pitched with a sub-4 ERA, had more wins than losses, had a pretty good whip, and has upgraded himself from a 75 to an 80 overall in his first season. So I can hope I can get the same level of production here from Jackson Jobe when we move him up. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the ball game, though. Enough predictions about the future as we go ahead and get quickly into a quick 1-2 count here against Ronaldo Carrasco, who watches that four-seamer up top and just strikes out, man. I'm going to try to get better with these names, but especially the minor league names. I'm probably not going to get any of these right. But Corby tries to lay down a drag bunt and is thrown out by the strong arm over at third base. I love that. 2 quick outs, and it's Sean Bouchard popping this one into center field. Jones will come in, and Drew will go ahead and make that play. Also a major league hopeful. We'll get more about him as we get into his at-bats, but we'll be faced off against Bryce Jarvis, 26 years old, still at AAA, so his MLB future is probably not going to happen unless it's in the bullpen. But who knows? He might have a surprisingly shocking season, get a surprisingly good amount of development, and pitching like that to get Morris Jones to pop out is a good way to get that started as we get down on the first pitch. 2-0 count here to Drew Jones. Gets a four-seamer right down the middle. That's going to go deep out to center field, and I think it's going to be tracked in just in front of the warning track. It's deep out there, about 400 feet. Probably just got underneath it just a little bit. And then Gage Workman also gets a pitch to hit here. This goes to center field, and will drop in for a base hit this time. Getting some pretty good pitches. Jarvis not looking too sharp here today. I've seen 2 that are right in the zone, and then when it's out of the zone, it's way out of the zone. Quick 1-0 count here to Andrew as he watches another one that's not even close. 2-0. Gets a four-seamer right down the middle. That's going to go to the left center field gap. Deep back. Warning track, and gloves it just in front of the wall. Able to make light work of that situation as we were not able to get any runs. And you can see here through 2 innings for both sides, only 1 hit, and that's from us. And that was that hit that you saw. Other than that, there goes yet our second hit of the game there as Morris Jones gets in, and then he goes off and steals second base. Concede the strike to get in the scoring position, and with 2 outs, Drew swings through the upstairs four-seamer, not going to get enough to get a run in. And Jackson Jobe has looked masterful so far this game. You see the pitch count is very low, only 25 through 3 innings of work. And going into inning number 4, he's still looking just as slow as we're going, circling back to the top of the lineup. Nobody has a hit yet for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, as the AAA affiliates are called. And a quick 1-2 count to Ronald. Pops this one. This will get down in the gap. De La Rosa's going to have to play this one. And in a bad angle as it gets by him. It'll roll up against the wall. And that's a lot of speed coming around the base pass. He's going to go in for third base. Workman throws over to Nagato. And it's not going to be in time. Lead off triple. This is a good way to score a run. And then right after, a base hit goes into the outfield for Drew Jones, who will have a chance to just go ahead and play it coming into the field. But that'll be an early 1-0 lead for Jacksonville. And this is not looking too good as we walk the next batter on a full count. Come back with a 2-2 to Tyler and get him to watch that changeup low. Finally able to at least get 1 out in this inning. This inning still has no outs, so we still have a big jam to get out of, as this is going to go shallow. Drew with just enough speed to go ahead and glove that one. Throw comes in, and now it's 2 outs, and we have a chance to go ahead and get out of this inning with only 1 run coming across, which would be beautiful. Good swing there. Pitch count jumps all the way up to 50 as we've thrown 25 pitches this inning, and it finally comes to rest with that strikeout. as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Still down 1-0. Offense has been held quiet as Jarvis is looking good with his pitch count too as well. But there goes a leadoff base hit. Maybe finally starting to see some offense for us as that's Dylan Dingler taking it directly at the center. Wenzel Perez up next and checks his swing, or so he thought. They're going to say he went all the way around on that changeup. Easy strikeout there, and then a nice pop up here by De La Rosa coming in shallow in right field. It's a quick 2 outs. So just like that, our run scoring opportunity is looking pretty squashed. Last man for the line of defense is Nevin. Checks his swing. He's going to have to go sit down on the bench. And we're still letting Jackson Joe pitch here. He's only giving up 1 run. He's looked strong all game. Only 3 hits as a team. We have 3 hits as well. We just haven't capitalized on it. And he's looked strong. So I'm going to let him go ahead and pitch this 6th inning. Maybe even the 7th if he can get through this pretty quick, because that's a nice, good way to start it out. 2 quick ground ball outs. Pitch count still in the 60s. 2 outs here to Tyler DeQuinn. Chops this one on the ground first pitch. And with that, we will definitely go ahead and see him come back out for the 7th inning. That pitch count is still low, and he's still dominating. So we'll see if he's able to at least make it through 7. I might not let him go to 8th or 9th, especially if this inning gets long and a base hit into the outfield that will go up against the wall. Because we got Malloway out in right field here today. A leadoff double is not a good way to start off. Might have to get the bullpen up and warming up. Possibly if this gets too dangerous, but gets a ground ball first pitch back to himself. Able to take it himself as he throws over the first. Nice play to get 1 out. This will be a liner out to Malloway, but hit a little too hard as that will not be able to score on it. But with runners at the corners now, we're going to see if Jackson Joe can just get that double play ball to get out of here. Great slider to make it 2-2. Matt chops this one on the ground. Joe's going to pick it up himself. He's going to throw it to the plate. Just go to make sure they get that just in case there anything fluky happens on the double play. A run still does not come across, so it's still 1-0. But now 2 outs. Inning's still not over. And he gets that ground ball to shortstop that he needed to go ahead and get out of that 7 strong innings of work. And if we just get some offense, he actually probably would have been able to win this game. Andrew checks his swing. They're going to say he went around at the plate, dropped third strike, gets thrown down. That's easy work. Jarvis is still in the game, still around his 60 pitch count. Malloway grounds this one on the ground, first pitch. And these are good pitches to hit. That's a changeup basically right down the middle, just a little bit to the outside. Early on it on the ground, and then 2-2 here. Watching a slider way off the plate. Dylan does have 1 of our 3 hits. Gets froze on that 4-seamer. Go warm up on the dugout as you got that heat going right past you. And then here goes Wenzel Perez to start off the 8th. That's what we need to see. Very early in that 4-seamer, but just dribbles it past the second baseman for a base hit. And next up is Eric De La Rosa. Gets a 4-seamer up in the zone. Timed it up well, but got underneath it. It's still a base hit. I thought he's going to catch that, but that's a great way to start out. And they will go to the bullpen. Not even going to let him risk it. It's late in the ball game. That's 2 back-to-back hits. Not even going to give him an opportunity to possibly give up a run. They're going to try to go to somebody clutch that can maybe stop our run from happening. So with that being said, Jarvis will exit here today. 6 innings of work basically. And they'll go to Tanner Scott. 24 2/3 innings this season. 7.3 ERA. 2 whip. How many hits is this boy giving up? But that whip is terrible. That ERA is terrible. Let's go ahead and try to make this action happen. Tyler will go ahead and try to bunt. And the one thing you cannot have happen with a bunt, he pops up to third base. And now we go to the top of the order with Morris and Drew Jones with a chance to score. I was hoping to have runners at second and third so we can get 2 sac flies and take the lead. But unfortunately, a strikeout there after the pop-out bunt. And then Drew Jones gets a 4-seamer to hit. This would have been a great chance if we only had 1 out, but it'll end the inning. We'll have to go ahead and protect this 1-0 lead. We're going to bring in Ronnie Garcia. He spent some time at the majors. He does pretty okay. He's been excelling pretty well, though, down here at AAA. And I need him in this top of the 9th to go ahead and get us out of this. And with a 1-run deficit, as Nevin dives on the ground, knocks it down, throws over to Garcia. Great play at first. Flashing the leather a little bit. As Spencer Torkelson, he's up at the major league level, so Nevin's getting the everyday start over there at first base. Maybe trying to show that me might need to come up too. Who knows? Get rid of CJ Chrome, Miguel Cabrera as well, and bring both of them up. Could be a possibility. If Miguel Cabrera retires. We don't know when that man's going to retire. But that is a base hit for Jacksonville, and unfortunately we answer right back with a curveball 0-2 and get the double play that we need. So it will come down to our final 3 outs here as we need the bats to come alive. And I was really hoping to have the top of the lineup to do this. They bring in their closer, Julio Chavez. 19-year-old closer. I don't know what. I wish they showed like potential or like overall or something. And I gave me some actual information. I don't want to see height, weight measurables. At least not in this game. If this was Madden, sure, but not MLB The Show. I don't want to see his height and weight. Age is pretty important, but I don't want to see the height and weight. And he'll have to go ahead and go up against our 3, 4, or 5 hitters, which on a normal pretenses would be what you wanted. For this AAA team, I want 1, 2, and 3 up because I trust my batting skills more with Morris and Drew Jones. I hit better with them. But Gage Workman works a walk. And next up will be Andrew with a good chance to possibly make something happen here. 1, 2. Gets a slider. Oh, that was right down the middle. Timed up beautifully, but it is a double play. You don't get it every single time. I low-key wish like the good, or at least like the perfect swing time. It was like a green release in 2K. At least the automatic hit. I'm not saying I gotta be automatic home run. But if I time it up good and it's in the zone, I feel like that should be a hit. As they go in and get the fly ball out that they needed, and Jacksonville gets to celebrate on our field. As they're going to move on past this AAA first round, which I think is just one game for the first round, and then the finals follows it up. Terrible game for us. Only 5 hits. We're not able to make anything come across. A lot of goose eggs across the board. Double plays that were uncostly. But the pitching did great. We had Drew Johnson come in for an inning. He held it down. Ronnie Garcia held it down. And if we had scored some runs, Jackson Joe would have walked out with a win. Now, to go ahead and get through the AA postseason, because they are actually in series format, we'll be having a couple player lock games. As they were able to make it, and in their first round, it's a best of 5. And they have a chance to go ahead and take down, I'm not exactly sure what team this is. The Ricochet Flying Squirrels or something like that. If you know the name of the team, put it down below. If it's an affiliate of your favorite MLB team, or you just like this minor league team, let it be known in the comment section down below. But today we're going to be taking a look at Leo Franco. He'll probably spend another year at AA. I like the development he got down here. I think he leveled up 4 or 5 overall points being down here at AA. He had a great, phenomenal season. I just don't think he's ready to go up to AAA just yet, but could see a mid-season AAA call-up next year. But as of right now, the plan is to keep him at AA, make the AA ace for one more season, as he has a clean first inning there. His stuff is great. He's a really good pitcher, really efficient, not a big strikeout guy. More so pitch to contact, that splitter's on the ground. Nice ground to first base. The splitter comes in at a nice 86, 88 mile per hour. He's got the curveball that comes in and works. Of course, the fastball, which is looking lights out. And something I did do after this game, this is a running fastball too. I want to make sure I emphasize that too. It's not just a normal 4-seam. He has the running fastball, which runs away from right-handed batters, runs into left-handed batters, him being a lefty. But one thing I did do after this game is I noticed, and I noticed this after watching, shout out Mr. Hurricane. I was watching his video. A lot of the players that you draft end up with the same stances in motion. So all 3 of the guys that we had, even the one that I signed in free agency, James Conley, they all had the same pitching motion. I didn't even notice it. Like, I'm playing and I'm just having fun. I'm just thinking it's like unique to them. I didn't even notice it. They all had generic 1 as their pitching motion. So I went and changed it. Now, what I changed it to were just some, people that I feel like their game reflects. So I went to like old former players or people currently in the league, and I just picked somebody that I felt like talks about their type of game, which is why I went mostly former players, because I used to be big into MLB back in the day. Kind of fell off on it, so I know more of the former players than I do the current. But I went and found some former players that I felt like fit their play styles and gave them some new pitching motion. So those will be on debut next season, obviously, because today we're finishing out their season. But let's jump right back into the gameplay. Enough of that outside talk. As you see, Leo Franco in a bit of a jam here. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. Game is still tied 0-0. Gives up a base hit into the outfield. This will go up against the wall. So it'll be extra bases, actually, as 1 run's going to come around. They're going to wheel across the second run. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Slides in just ahead of the tag. And just like that, we are down 2-0 already with the runner still at second base. So we're still not out of this. Gets a curveball. Pops it to short, though. And now we're out of it. Now the question is, how do you answer back from that, Leo? You're going to get rattled sometimes. You're going to give up some runs. 2 earned runs, honestly, isn't that bad. If the offense were working here today, you could still possibly be in the line for a win, or at least a no decision. So you got to hold it down. You got to keep it at 2 for as long as you're in the game, and hope your offense wakes up eventually. And that's a good strikeout there by the splitter. Next up, we have CJ Hinujosa. I think I'm saying that right. Hinujosa. As he chops one on the ground at third base. Nice, easy ground ball out. And we're able to go ahead and get him retired. Sean Roby up next, 0-2 in the count. Swings and misses at that splitter on the outside part of the plate. That's 2 strikeouts this inning. I know I say he's not a strikeout guy, but that stuff can be electric sometimes. Next up is Harrison Freed. Gets to a quick 3-1 count. It's in the hitter's favor here. So let's try to lay one over, and they're not going to get the call. I try to put that four-seamer up in the zone over the plate. Try to get a pop out on it. A ground ball like that. Maybe not exactly like that, as that's a base hit, but a ground ball, but missed his spot. And when you miss your spots, innings start going bad. We still have no outs in this innings. Runners are now at first and second. For Ray Rodriguez, 2-1. Gets a curveball to hit. This will go deep back into the gap. This will go up against the wall. And this being as deep of a park as it is, that should be too easy. As the run will go into the cutoff, he won't even throw it to the plate. And it's a 4-0 ball game for the Flying Squirrels. I really hope I'm saying it right. Yeah, Flying Squirrels. I saw it on his chest. As the manager goes and comes out, he's making the pitching change. Terrible outing for Leo Franco here today. He's due for one. Inconsistencies. This is why he's staying at AA. He can't consistently come out. Like even with Jackson Jobe, he got the loss, but 7 innings and only 1 earned run. And if you get an L, I mean, you just kind of got to blame the offense for that one. So we go to come into the game here. We're now down 5-0. Jake Anderson ended up coming in and giving up even more runs after we had left, unfortunately. But no offense here today. Flying Squirrels take game 1. We do have an opportunity, though, to still come back. It's just one game. Plenty of time left to go ahead and make something happen here. As you see, 4 innings, 5 Ks, 5 hits, and 5 earned runs. As the files were wild, except for where I needed them, which was innings pitched and strikeouts. As I wanted to go check out his pitches, see what they were doing different. And there's a lot over the middle. Not too many hitting the corners. We didn't really touch that upper right part of the plate. Maybe we could have. But the running fastball was kind of all over the place. Really in some good hittable locations. The curveballs, a lot of those catching way too much of the plate. But even the ones that catch too much of the plate, they were taken or they were out. So not really seeing where the bat kind of came in. I think they just made good effectiveness on their hits. What are some of the advanced metrics nowadays? Like expected ratings. It was expected to happen when a pitch is in that spot. They got lucky that their expected ratings came into function today, and they didn't just get pop-ups and stuff like our offense was getting. At least I hope so, because we scored no runs and had barely any hits. Now in game 2, as you can see, he flies out there. We're going to focus in on Jace Jung to go to get through this one with the player lock here. Ground ball is going to go right past his feet. Didn't even try to reach down for the ball, and that'll be a runner on base. Kevin Castro, who's had a great season at AA as well, will stay down here too. Is on the mound for us, and I think that ended up leading to the first 2 runs of the ball game for the Flying Squirrels. And it's not looking good for us. 2 outs here. Jace Jung, 2-2. Catches a 4-seamer. Chops it foul. Jace Jung, another person that could at least be seeing a AAA call-up if he continues to play well. He's up to a 70 overall now after losing his B development down to C. We'll have to see if maybe he gets it back or is able to earn it back. But at least right now, not looking too good as he has no hits. Bottom of the 8th, we have bases loaded. JJ chops us on the ground. Jace, what are you going to do? He's going to throw home. Get him. Throw to first. Got him. Good double play there. Not doing too much. Trying to go to second and giving up a run. Keeping the lead at 3. Gets the double play while getting the lead runner. We're able to get out of the next with a strikeout. Top of the 9th now, and it's up to him. 2-2 count. We're down to our final strike, and it will be through the 4-seamer. Not exactly what we were expecting to have happen. I really thought our minor league teams would be able to run this. AAA gets bounced in the first round, and now the AA team is down 0-2 in a best of 5, meaning elimination game tomorrow, to where both our minor league teams could be bounced in the very first round. Not much you can really say about that game. Kevin Castro gets the L, of course. A lot of hits given up for the Flying Squirrels, not able to capitalize, but we had 1 hit as a team. We almost got no hit. It was Jermaine Palacios who kept us from being no hit today, as we almost got no hit in the AA playoffs. That would have been embarrassing. Now, for game 3, who we going to play a lot? Why not, of course, the free agent pickup himself, James Conley. We picked up a lot of lefties. Remember, like I said, and I tried to match that up too. When it came time to give them new pitching motions and stuff like that, I tried to give them guys that were lefties. Didn't try to make it guys that were righties and stuff like that. I tried to at least, when you grow up, you model your game after somebody that plays like you. I'm not going to go model my jump shot after somebody that shoots left-handed. I'm not left-handed. I'm not going to go watch Tua Tagovailoa highlights if I want to be a quarterback unless I'm left-handed. So you want to watch the guys that are like you, play like you, or at least play how you want to play. So I gave them pitching motions of lefties. Now, let's not let that be distracting of the very first strikeout of the game, as we have a runner in second after that stolen base. And we answer back with 2 quick strikeouts to go in and negate that run scoring opportunity. Now, any out will suffice. 2-2. Trying to get the call on the slurve. But this will not work. As that four-seamer comes in and gets fouled off. Another one up in the zone about eye level that will be popped right into the left fielder's glove. Good play there. And the one thing about his pitches I think is kind of cool is the fact that he doesn't have just like a normal slider or curveball. He has the screw curve and the slurve, which the slurve is supposed to be a combination of the slider and curve anyway, which I thought the screw curve was supposed to be too. So he has two pitches that are pretty identical, pretty good strikeout pitches, and he's got the four-seamer and two-seamer, so I do like his pitch mix. Although we could probably use the two-seamer a little bit more, as that is a base hit that gets down to center field. He's somebody that also saw pretty good development this season. I think the same amount of progression as Leo, obviously just a little bit lower his overall when he came in, but 4 or 5 points going up overall. He'll be somebody that stays at AA just to get more development. I don't know about a AAA call-up. It would take a lot for me to consider a AAA call-up. Like, he'd have to have an ERA low 2, sub 2 before I would consider that, and see a lot of good development before I consider a AAA call-up. But he's somebody that could have a future on this team, or maybe even a future trade target if he gives himself enough value. And we're in the point of needing a key piece mid-season to make a World Series run, or make myself feel good about a World Series run. So keep that in mind with these guys. Not all these guys are going to make it to the Major League roster and ball out. Some of these guys are going to be used for key pieces that are going to ball out for us. Now we go top of the third. After that was a good strikeout. Let's not let any of those things slide by. 2-2. Throws the slurve in there, and that'll be one that gets down into the corner, butts up against the wall, and it'll be a leadoff double. So we're only in the third inning. Pitch count decently high. Not really showing too much promise, as he is a pitch to contact guy as well. Strikeouts per 9 were very, very low for him. So that's something that actually saw quite a significant amount of boost too as well, but pretty low for him. So we're not going to see too many strikeouts. So we want to highlight him every time we at least catch one. As we go with an 0-1 count here to Toribio. Lines a base hit into the outfield, and just like that, they just shrink the lead down 2-1. So this is the first time we've had a lead in the series too. Don't let that confuse you. We are up right now, 2-1. Or it was 2-0, now it's 2-1. If we get another strikeout there, and CJ up 2-2 count, not going to chase the four-seamer low. What do you try to do here? Maybe a four-seamer up in the zone, change the eye level. Doesn't work if it's not in the zone. So unfortunately, it will be a walk. That gets him over to first. And then a little popped up hit here as the first baseman will come in and range in and grab it. Good play. Skip to the fifth is fine. We had the fourth inning, nothing but quiet. Very quick inning to get through. But we're at 75 pitches, and we haven't even pitched 5 innings of work yet. So he is getting tired. And as he gets tired, those balls start getting into the corner more and more, as this will be a lead-off double as the throw is way behind. Luis up next. Still no outs. 76 pitches in, so I wonder if they got somebody up warming up. The ball will drop, and it looks like he's going to try to move over to third base. Throw will go in, and we got him. Great play there from the catcher to go and get him off the base pass. Now the run scoring opportunity is long gone as we get a nice strikeout there on the two-seam. I told you I got to use it a little bit more. It's a good pitch for him. Just since it is his fourth one, it doesn't get called that often as you would probably like to. I would love to see the break on his pitches get better. He has the pitch mix to be great. Now you got to work on the stuff. His break, his command, his per nines. Get those things better so that way he can pitch effectively at a higher level. Now, that's 5 innings of work there with the strikeout. When we came back, they went in and took him out of the game as he was 80 pitches into it. So now it'll be up to the team to hold on to this game. Can we at least keep this one alive and force a game 4? Jake Higginbottom will come in with 2 walks, give up 3 back-to-back hits. And just like that, they scored 3 runs in the 7th. It's back down 4-2. Offense is looking pretty bad as Jake Higginbottom might have just sold this. We go top 9. Get through it with Ortiz. Bottom 9. Strikeout. Walk. Base hit. Bases loaded. Strikeout and pop out ended. And effectively ended AA season. The Flying Squirrels will move on to the next round. That is painful to see. Jake Higginbottom. I almost cut him after the game. I was so bad. Like, that was the second time he had given up the game. He did it yesterday, and he did it again today. Well, obviously, I guess you could say yesterday, we didn't score any offense, so that's why I wasn't that mad yesterday. But 11 hits given up, 3 back-to-back that allowed them to take the lead. We got to do better than 5 hits. Our offense is looking in shambles, so we have to do better too as well. But James Conley, I'd say it's a pretty good start. 5 innings, 8 Ks, 7 hits. That's why it's all good. Boost to his K per 9. But unfortunately, that bullpen sold. They gave 2 of the 3 earned runs to Yaya, which, I mean, he did give up 2 guys on base, but it was up to Higginbottom to go ahead and close that one out. So we'll go back to the major league level with 1 series left. We ended up winning 2 out of 3 against Cleveland, so won that series. And our last series is against Boston, 64-95. This should be cakewalk. And I want to see where we're at. And as you can see here, we are still at a Y, not a Z, because the Rangers are effectively 2 games behind us. So with that being said, I simulate forward to see if we have an opportunity here for any critical situations, and we do. In game number 2, after losing game 1, we are up 7-0 here. And Javi Baez, 2 for 2, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, a chance for home run number 3. They wanted me to come in here and see if I can get it. I said, why not? It'll be a good chance too, because if we win this game, as long as we don't, if we lose this somehow and the Rangers win, they still have an opportunity to take home field advantage from us. But if we can win this game, go ahead and close it out. It can be ours for the taking. Is that's a 4-seamer up in the zone, left center. Not even close to being deep enough, as we didn't get enough wood on that one. And it will be a fly ball out. We're not able to score on that, but I wanted to watch Luis Severino going for a complete game shutout here in the game 2. So I wanted to try to get in, but as I was about to go get in, they made this pitching swap to go with Ronaldo Lopez. Not going to let Luis Severino try to go for the complete game shutout, so we will pitch with Lopez here, though, to close it out and secure our home field advantage. Great 1-pitch fly out there. Reese is up next. He'll watch the 4-seamer come across, trying to be a little bit more patient. Not in this game on 3 pitches at all. Instead, he works a quick 2-pitch at bat there, 3, as he fouls that one away. It's now 1-2 for Reese. 0 for 3 on the day. Make it 0 for 4 as that 4-seamer froze him. You can go warm up in the dugout as that heat is coming right by you. Ronnie Mauricio up next. He's 0 for 3 on the, or 1 for 3 on the day. Trying to make a 2-out rally happen here as he pops this one up. Torkelson, who was playing out the outfield for whatever reason, but makes the play. Probably giving a kill, but do a little bit of rest as we're able to go ahead and get this victory 7-0, and we take home field advantage. Once again, don't think it's the World Series year, but home field advantage can go a long way to at least making that a semi-possibility. Now, of course, the series wouldn't end if we just won the World Series. We want to continue to play and continue to see where this team can go and get some of the guys that we drafted up, but that would at least be a step towards in the right direction. You see a lot of multi-hit games. Eric Haas with 3 for 5 today. A lot of guys had 2 hits. Torkelson actually hit his 2nd home run since being up here at the major league level, so I'm excited about that. Good, showing some power. And Severino, 8 innings of work, 10 Ks, no earned runs, so a great start by him as he only gave up 5 hits in this one. That is exactly what you want to see heading into the postseason. Wins like that, as Keith Clemens will be out for 1 to 2 months with an injury. I saw that he got taken out of the game, but unfortunately, that means, or 1 to 2 weeks, I think he said, not months. But that means he's going to miss significant time and could miss the first series of the postseason, which I was actually hoping to keep him up here on the major league roster possibly and let him be on the bench. Maybe send out a pitcher that isn't doing too good. As Daniel Cabrera, solo home run. Are you kidding me? First home run of his MLB career. I'm over trying to explain the postseason. And the guy that we brought up, I just wanted to get a player lock game in with him to end the season. We brought him up. I figured to get him a game in. Why not? And he hits a solo home run. That thing is gone. I got to hit him with that one for his first home run of the career. I can't believe he just surprised me like that. First pitch, reaching out for it, extends his arms, and pulls this one over the right field seats, a straight line rocket. He wasn't even able to barely get to the warning track before that thing was gone. And you see the team giving him the silent treatment. Ain't nobody going to turn up. There they go. They're going to let him know, hey, it's okay. First career MLB home run for Daniel Cabrera. That has me hyped. Even coach dapping him up. He said, good job, son. I was right in bringing you up for this one game. Now that Keith Clemens is hurt. But we are up 3-0 because of that. And in the bottom of the third, we have a runner at first base, a chance to keep his good day going. Gets a liner who will hit up the middle. Shortstop will take it himself and throw over to first for the double play. 6-3 DP. And now in his third at bat, he's got a good 2-0 count here. Bottom of the 8th. Actually, fourth at bat as he's 1 for 3 on the day. We're still up 4-1. Chance to maybe a little bit more insurance before we close this out in the 9th. Gets a nice ball up to hit. That's going to be a base hit into the outfield. Great hit there, 3-0. Laid something over the zone. That cutter just caught too much of the plate. And now we're at first base with Miguel Cabrera up next. 2 outs after a strikeout. And he will ground this one on the ground. That'll get through. It's going to be a base hit. We're going to test that arm to see if it's close. He was off the bag. Probably could have made it, but glad we didn't end up testing that out. 2-2 here to Colton Wong to get it back to the top part of the rotation or lineup. And he will pop this one up right over to first base. He will go ahead and glove this as I'm touching home plate. So that was a high fly. As Alex Lange comes in, gets 2 strikeouts, gives up a base hit, but ends up basically striking out this side effectively. Striking out 3 of the 4 batters he faced. And with that, we end the season with 2 series victories, 2 back-to-back wins, and kind of wrap up this month of September. That was horrible. We did very, very bad in the month of September, and I do have the numbers for the season. We ended up going 20-7 in April, 17-10 through May and June, 15-10 through July, 18-10 through August, and finished up September 8-17. A terrible finish to such a great season. And that's bad news spelling for the postseason. You can see their player of the game, Akil Baddoo, 3 for 4 with a home run out of the 2 spot. I love having him hit at the 2. Matt Verlaine went 0 for again. 2 hits from Jonathan and Daniel Cabrera. As Miguel Cabrera also hit 2 hits as well. Akil Baddoo 16th and Scopes 24th homers of the season. Battling it out for that RBI lead. And Spencer Turnbull getting the dub here. 6 in the third, 1 earned, 7 Ks. A phenomenal season. As we go ahead and check out the stats here to go ahead and end off the regular season. Our hits leader for the team was Akil Baddoo, 189 hits, 150 by Colton Wong, and then Riley Green, 147 hits. Home runs, 16 of them things, 14 for Colton Wong. You see Riley Green, 23 with 64. A great season for him. CJ Cron ended up leading the team with 26. We had 4 guys hit over 20 home runs. Eric Koss and Jonathan both hitting 24, which really helps. And Jonathan, or Riley Green, I mean, +7 to his power left, showing that he can hit 20 home runs in a season. I think that's probably what he'll maybe cap out about, though, like 15 to 25. Like, I want to give him that wide range because I don't know if he'll hit 20 all the time, but he's obviously at least shown he can go above it. Now you can see the stolen base leader, though, is Akil Baddoo, who's seen the most progression out of anybody I've seen on this team. +10 contact right, +14 contact left, +8 vision. And even though he got a lot of stolen bases, speed and base running aggressiveness both went down. We ended up finishing with 2 guys hitting over 300. Colton Wong close with 293. OPS and slugging battles going and battling it out between Akil and Riley. 398, 379, matching up with 527 and 562 to give Riley the overall edge in OPS, just barely because the slugging percentage was slightly better enough. Also struck out more times too as well, though. I want to make that a note. And he's been hurt and played less games than Akil Baddoo. Errors 13 by Haas and Colton Wong. Can't believe my catcher had that many errors. I can't believe I brought in Wong because he had decent defense and he gave up that many errors, more than Javi Baez. But the WAR leaders, Riley Green 5.8, Akil Baddoo 5.6. So let me know down below, who do you guys have as team MVP? I might put a poll in the community tab. Actually, I think I will when this drops. I'll put a poll up. Y'all go vote in the community tab for the channel and just let's vote. Team MVP for the season. I think at least top 3 recommendations. I'll put other on there too, so you guys can list the other and you'll just have to comment who you think it is. I think top MVPs for the season should definitely be between Riley Green, Akil Baddoo, and actually I'm gonna go pitching. I don't know, some of these numbers are, I'm gonna go pitching wise. I'm gonna say Jordan Hicks deserves to be on there. 110 innings pitched, 1.8 ERA, 1.1 whip. Low-key could have been a starter with an 8-1 record. He played in 69 games for us out of relief. He played phenomenally. Anderson Espinoza, the Rule 5 pickup, 3.7 ERA, 1.5 whip. He had significant growth this season and has looked great as well. And it's showing everybody that's been up here at the major league level. So Strom is showing up here with that terrible ERA. That was a terrible trade. He's not getting signed back at all. And Espinoza is now up to a 63 overall. I think he came in at 60. And then, of course, you got our starters. Matt Manning had a great year. I'll put Matt Manning in it just because he had a good season throughout most of the year. He didn't finish up as strong as he started, but for a good portion there, he was sub 3 ERA, leading the league in ERA, finished with a 16-8 record. 182 strikeouts goes to Luis Severino, which he performed pretty subpar. I was hoping his ERA would be lower than it was. Casey Mize, in his first full year up here with us in the series, 3.7 ERA, 1.2 whip, ended up being the second lowest amongst starters. Winning percentage is pretty high for everybody except for Casey Mize, who ends up finishing 10-11. But as you see, the quality starts to game started, though he finished pretty good at 19-32. And then the WAR, 3.8 for Luis Severino, 1.3 for Tariq Skubal, 1 for Joey, 3 for Spencer Turnbull, 2.4 for Manning, 1.5 for Casey Mize. And the strikeout per nines, got to get that up. I at least want one guy that can at least give me 9 or maybe even 10 as a starter. Like somebody that's going to come out there and strike out a lot of guys in a lot of games. Now, of course, let's check out the injury list real quick. Keith Clemens will be out for 1 to 6 days with his injury, so he'll miss at least the first round. We can add him back in the second round after the series is over, if we make it that far. Jose Sonero, who actually spent some time at the major league level, still there. Tariq Skubal, Riley Green, missing 1 to 2 months. Those are all some pretty bad and significant injuries there at the end of the season. Now we'll also look at league leaders here. As you see, Akil Baddoo led the entire majors with a 345 average, well above any of his other counterparts. Riley Green finished at 4th. Bo Bichette leading in hits as Akil Baddoo tied for second. I'm gonna try to catch everything as we go through this. If you see any Tigers though that I miss out, comment them down below. David Fletcher leads in at bats, doubles with Mike Trout with 52. As you see that Riley Green with 38 is at 4th place. Triples, Mike Trout once again leading as well with 13 of them things. Akil Baddoo tied for 5th with 8. Giancarlo Stanton leading in home runs with 49. Aaron Judge right behind him, 48. The Yankees, of course, producing more power. As you see, the Angels are there too. Mike Trout and Taylor Ward both leading in the RBI category, 135 and 130 respectively. Mike Trout leading in runs. Bubba Thompson, which we need to throw that name out, leading in steals with 39. Yandy Diaz leading in walks with 86. On base percentage, Akil Baddoo ends up at 2nd with a 398. And then slugging percentage, I see Riley Green at 7 with his 562, which means the OPS standings are Riley Green at 7, Akil Baddoo at 8. Just barely edging each other out for that. Wins leader, Martin Perez, 18, which Matt Manning was leading that for the longest. Losses, Michael Lorenzen, former Tiger, went over to the Angels, had a great season, it looks like, as he only lost 4 games, so we have to, see how the Angels do in the postseason. Saves, you see Emmanuel Class ended up saving more games at 47, just 1 more than our 46 there from Alex Lange, but the blown saves were more for him than it were for us. So I got to take the good with the bad and hope that we get reliever of the year for Alex Lange. Shutouts, got a couple guys there with 5 of those things. Hayden, Shane, and Garrett. Strikeouts, Jacob deGrom, 235. That's what I need on my team. I want somebody that gives me 200 strikeouts. Complete games, Hayden alone by himself with 7 of them things, but somehow not even in the top 7 for innings pitched, despite having the most complete games. Made no sense. Shane McClanahan with 2 less complete games, but well more innings at 225 in the third. So I guess maybe when he was good, and when he was bad, he was really bad. That's the only way I can explain why he wouldn't be on the innings pitched top 8 at least. Whip leader Shane McClanahan, who had a very good season this year, sub 1 whip throughout the whole year. I want to see how many games he played with the injury. He played a significant amount though. He still played, I think he said 32, so he still basically played every game. And our highest WAR was Luis Severino there, but 6.8 was enough to win it at pitcher. Mike Trout with his 9.9, and Akil Baddoo at 7, Riley Green at 5 with their WARs. And then it's time for the awards, as Taylor Ward wins MVP. Batted .319, 40 home runs, 130 RBIs, just barely beating out Mike Trout. 85 overall at 30 years old. He's a pretty good player. He's a utility player. Plays all the outfield and the corner infield positions, and had a career year. He had never been this good ever in his life. Career like 250, 260 hitter, and this is his last year in his deal, but has 1 more year at team control. So at age 32, basically, would be when he hits the free agency market. So I don't know if it'll be worth looking at then, but I'll keep my eyes out now if we in playoff postseason time. Batting title goes to Akil Baddoo here. As you can see, he had a great year. He led the league in average. Reliever of the year goes to Clay Holmes with 39 saves. It has to be an ERA thing because both Emmanuel Class and Andres Nunez and ours, Alex Lange, who didn't even get on the list, had more saves than him and more than Andres Nunez. So I don't know how they got up there. It must have been an ERA thing combined with their saves. I don't know. Rookie of the year ends up going Brooks Lee for the Minnesota Twins. Batted .268, 18 home runs, 69 RBIs. Pretty good year. Tristan Cassis, who we just ended up playing, 23 home runs, not too bad. Aaron Judge wins Hank Aaron. Now we got the Gold Gloves pitcher Jose Urquidy, Cal Riley at catcher. Tristan Cassis, the rookie, wins him a Gold Glove as well. Andres Jimenez for the Guardians. DJ LeMahieu. As you see, Jonathan Scopes down there at third. David Fletcher for short. And in the outfield, Austin Hayes, Mike Trout, and then Matt Verling there down at third as well. Then Hunter Renfroe for the right field. Now we have our Silver Sluggers. Giancarlo, of course. I want to make sure I said it right. Then Nathan Lowe at first. Marcus Semien at second. Rafael Devers at third with Jonathan Scope just barely behind him. You've got Dansby, Bo Bichette at shortstop, Mike Trout there in the outfield, Aaron Judge, as well as Taylor Ward. We're going to get him a Silver Slugger as well. Now, real quick, we will just run through the National League side as I wrap everything up, man. Let me know what you guys think of the video and the episode. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe on your way out of the video. Comment down below if you see your favorite player winning an award or as a league leader. You know, I really want to get that engagement with you guys. So comment that stuff down below. And once again, there will be a poll up. So after you watch this video, go check the poll for voting for team MVP. It'll be for the list. It will be between Riley Green, Akil Badu, Matt Manning, and then I will put other there as an option if you think somebody else other than those three should have won it. That will be an easy way to vote. Or if you just want to comment down below who you think the MVP is, that'll work as well. Here's the final playoff brackets. As we secured the 1 seed, Texas is at 2. You have Cleveland at 4, Houston at 5, the Yankees at 3, Toronto at 6. You have the Dodgers at 1, Braves at 2, Cardinals at 3, Padres at 4, Phillies at 5, and Giants at 6. So, predictions down below. Who beats who in the wild card round? It's a best of 3, so put who wins, you know, if it's a sweep, 2-0 sweep, a 2-1 series, let me know. And next time out, we will not only be simulating through that, we'll actually might even get some gameplay in to see who our matchup is between Cleveland and Houston. But we also get into game 1 of the ALDS and see what this team is like as far as postseason play. So if you guys are ready for it, make sure you guys come back for the next episode. You know we are posting every single Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys tune in for the next episode. I will catch you guys in the next one. It's been your boy SGG, aka GM Smooth, aka SmooveGotGame, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Your boy's gone. Peace.